Hey guys, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay, and today it's going to be a little bit different because we just did a video on the standard V to do a complete overview and review of the tank and take a look at some of the great characteristics about it. And what I talked about in that video was the use of the vertical stabilizers, and in this case Bond vertical stabilizers along with Bond or upgraded bounty optics. I want to show you here of how much difference that makes within a game like this. It's one of my favourite maps, Westfield. I'm going to head up to one of my favourite positions, and the reason I like this position is because this tank has pretty good camo with this configuration with the v.stabs and the optics and the vents. And it also has pretty good view range, so this is an ideal situation. Obviously the Astron Rex is thinking about taking my bush, but I think he's going to take the left-hand one, and I'm going to just go and hide here. And what we're going to pay attention to here is the bloom on moving the tank and moving the turret. So we can see the reticle is pretty small. I'm in spotting mode now. I'm not aiming to shoot. I don't know what's in the center of the map yet. But we do see this chart over there, and we do take a shot. We take two shots, at least we hit the second one. But you see how good that was. We can take those snapshots. We have snapshot skill on the crew as well. And there we go, another perfect shot, but we did get spotted, so I expect there may be something in the middle of the map there. So we're going to roll off the hill, make sure we're unspotted, and once we feel safe to go back into the bush, that's exactly what we will do. At least the Astron Rex is respecting my space and not stealing my bush. That's often the case. So we'll take the risk, we'll go back into the bush. Pretty good gun depression on this tank. And we're going to wait for these mediums over here to make a mistake. And there we go. Back on the hill. We're going to take one shot straight in. And unfortunately he runs away, and I still have my finger on the trigger and shoot by accident before I'm properly aimed. That's my excuse for missing that shot. It's not the tank. It's not the equipment. It's really operator error in that case. And we're going to wait for another shot, just patiently. But you can see the size of the aiming circle here is pretty small, and every time we move, it reduces really rather quickly. And we swing right across the valley, and we pick up this TD. We throw one straight into the side. We get another one straight into the front, and it feels like we can't miss in this tank. People talk about the Scorpion being pinpoint accurate, and the Stritzvarn, the 103B, the 1030, that kind of tank being absolutely on point when it comes to aiming and getting good RNG and nailing those targets. And here we go, we have another one. Can we hit him? Of course we can. It's as easy as that. This tank is just absolutely incredible with this equipment setup. And this is really what I want to talk about today, is the equipment setup and just how good it is. About this guy, we're going to miss one. I think we missed one there just through bad marksmanship. He pulled back just as we took the shot. So again, cannot blame the tank for that one. Cannot blame the equipment as much as we would like to. Nasty RNG. So what else can we get in this battle? We're doing pretty good, and we've not done anything yet. We've come and we've sat in a bush. We're role playing a TD here. I kind of make an excuse for this tank in doing that, in that it is a little bit thin on armor. What's this SU 130 PM? Hit the first one, hit the second one, hit the third one. I mean, what more can you say? This tank is really incredible for doing that kind of thing. And I'm playing slightly behind my more heavily armored mediums here. Certainly the Astron Rex has got significantly better armor than I have. Could also argue that the Char does too. And of course the 54 Mod 1. Don't think we're going to do too much more in this battle. Let's take a look. Is there anything else we can hit? There's a Char there, and he's running away. How's our marksmanship on this one? Yeah. So we did eventually miss one. Okay, we're going to fast forward to the end of this battle. I'll tell you now, we didn't pick anything up, but it's not about this battle. It's about the equipment. You saw what the vertical stabilizers bought us there. Something I never really believed in, but especially with the bond stabilizers, if we take a look at the stats and what this gives us after the battle, yeah, you'll see just how good this can be. And with the field mod stacked on top of that, we have a really, really good sniping, snapshotting tank here. I've also got another video to show you, and I won't let the cat out of the bag just yet. It was something I did on stream, and you'll see the confusion on my face when this tank isn't performing the way I think it should be performing. But we'll get to that in a little while. Okay, so what is it that buys us this fantastic vehicle? I've got a composite picture here, shows us the crew skills, shows us the equipment, shows us the field mods, and the subsequent specs from that. So, pretty standard crew. We've got Brothers in Arms to start with, increases all the skills. We have Camo, which gives us that 37% plus hiding in a bush skill. And you see other things like designated targets, snapshot, smooth ride, that kind of thing, which helps us along the way. Now, the equipment, as we see, in the first slot, we've got vents. That's the bonus slot. In the second slot, we have the bond vertical stabilizers. That doesn't get boosted because either bounty or bond will not get boosted in a boost slot, which is something I only found out when I started to play with this tank. And we also have the improved bounty optics. And just for the extra little bit on top, we've got some stabilizer greasing directives that we picked up along the way, and we're using those. Now, if we turn our attention to the new field mods, we picked on the, I guess, the stage 2 improvement. We picked the light alloy mounting points, and this buys us hull traverse speed and gun traverse speed at the expense of penalties for ammo rack and engine damage, and also dispersion of a damaged gun. I carry a repair kit, so I don't care about that, which is why I took the hull traverse speed and gun traverse speed. I could have missed that one out. It would not bother me too much, and it doesn't really come into the characteristics I've been showing you in this video. The stage 4 was the improved sight, -2 to the aiming circle size, but it does increase dispersion during your movement and dispersion during hull traverse, which slightly offsets what we've just done with the vertical stabilizers. The third item, we took the anti-reflective headlights coating. This buys us extra camo, but at the expense of reverse speed and suspension repair speed. Not too much of a problem. And the final one we have there, the stage 7, which is we've now added to the aiming speed by 5%. We've taken 15% of the time to aim between shots, but we've increased the reload time by 5%, and that was a hit I was willing to take on this tank. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. And now if we take a look at what we have in terms of specs, that gives us a net result of -32.5 dispersion during vehicle movement and traverse. We've added 3% to dispersion during movement and +3% during hull traverse, +20% to dispersion of a damaged gun, and -15% of the aiming circle size after firing. Now we can also see here the stationary camo value of just under 38%, or 37.42. Moving camo is just under 30%, which I think is pretty reasonable for a tier 9 medium tank. And we also have the view range at 484 meters. And the final statistic there is from the crew skill designated target, which basically adds 2 seconds to the time to which an enemy vehicle is visible. So we saw the crew skills, we saw the equipment, we saw the field mods, and we saw what this buys us in terms of specs for this tank. Let's take it in a battle again, and let's see if we can spot the deliberate mistake. Over to the other guy. And but now I've got it fully tricked out with all the equipment, all the field mods, and I mean this bloom just collapses so fast after moving. I say that seemed like it's taking on time, but if I move the turret now, did something change since yesterday? Are you just making a liar out of me? Either way, I don't seem like I can miss in this. I'm just about to make a video for my YouTube channel on this tank, because the ones that exist don't really explore the capabilities of the tank and the equipment to put on the tank. And we're playing a bit of a bush sniper. And the reason you kind of have to be careful in this tank is you don't have any armor whatsoever. I think my M8A1 has more armor than the standard B. It's definitely going to make a liar out of me today, this tank, isn't it? Definitely going to make a liar out of me. But I think I was on Westfield. And, man, it is making a liar out of me, isn't it? Did I not do something with this tank before I came in? Did I de-equip it? Did Wargaming nerf it overnight? Yeah. Well, maybe check my video out. It's obviously full of lies. I was on Westfield and I was just randomly throwing shots around the map. And it's almost like when you put Bond v.stabs on, it says, okay, well, we know you didn't shoot straight, but we'll just bend the shell in. You know when you... those really bad games where it just dips out and goes into the dirt and such like. I don't know. Maybe it's just my marksmanship today. Nice job, Oni. Why don't you just sit there and just make a target for yourself? And, Start withdrawal. Because you're right in my way. Oh, well. I guess we should be pushing. I guess we should be pushing forward. Maybe I'm the one that should be pushing forward instead of others pulling back, but... I'm too traumatized by the fact my my reticle bloom seems to be 15 times worse than it ever feels like. And it does. It just feels like I demounted the equipment. And maybe I'm just further away than I usually am. We're losing. We're losing. We need to go back. We need to go back. Or is it just too late? We got spotted. They need someone to spot for them, don't they? That's the problem. I mean, it's game over, isn't it, really? Let's face it. Let's face it, there's not a lot going to happen here of any significance. Am I just missing everything? I need to go into the middle. They've just got too many tanks. I don't know what we can even do here now. Oh, he's dead. Why can't I see this standard B? What's he hiding behind? There we go. There we go. That's the standard B I know. I mean, at this point, we're just playing, let's get as much damage in as we can, aren't we? That's really what we're doing. Let's get in as much damage as we can and fold like a cheap deck of cards. Spotted. And there's artillery, isn't there? So we're going to get slapped at any minute. It's coming. You don't need that commander skill, do you? You don't need that commander skill to tell you you're going to die in a second. Lost the track. Lost the track. Lost the track. You're done for. So, guys, did you see it? Did you see what we did? Take a close look. Right the way back at the beginning. We picked the wrong configuration. We have a low noise exhaust and we do not have v.stabs, and that is the difference it makes. So learn from my mistake. Don't do it, kids. And thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you again next time. Take care now. Bye.